everybody, Farmer Luke here. So what am I doing today? Well, I am trying to use this thing, the crop sprayer, but I'm struggling a little bit because it is a little bit, I don't know if you can hear that, but it is windy. So I can't do it. I did a little bit yesterday, I done a load, but now I'm waiting for the wind to drop so I can go and do the rest. There's no Farmer Clive because he's helping out at Open Farm Sunday, set up that. So yeah, he's not with us. But I'm going to be there this weekend. It's happening this weekend. If you're in the Thorney area, definitely go and check that out. I've posted no end of stuff about it, so go and have a look. But yeah, just waiting for the wind to drop. So I just thought we'll just have a quick look at the sprayer. You can hear the wind in the background there. So before we actually use the sprayer, we have a guy that comes around the farm who looks around the crops. He's called an agronomist or a crop doctor, and he is the one that prescribes, if you like, or advises us the plant protection products, or the PPPs, that we use throughout the year. So we can't and just don't put stuff on we don't actually need to use. So this is an example of a spray report, or like a recommendation. So it's got the product we're going to use, the fields that we're using them on, and also the amount we need to put in per hectare. This is all done per hectare, and the order to put them in the sprayer as well. So we'll start from starts at the top there and work our way down to the bottom when we're filling up the sprayer. What do I mean by filling up the sprayer? Well, the sprayer actually uses water as well. So we mix the chemical in with the water, and that's how it's sprayed out. So to do that, we need to put a certain amount of water on. We put 200 litres of water a hectare, and then the chemical is added into that. So the guy who prescribes it, our agronomist, is Ralph Jeffries. I'll give him a name check there for Frontierer, because I know he watches occasionally. So he'll tell us how much of the product to use. So he works out the amount and the rates that we need to put on. There's our water tank there. So depending on how much we're spraying, if you like, so if we've got a 2 hectare field, we spray 200 litres per hectare, we need 400 litres. So then we put that in the sprayer. Our sprayer holds 2,500 litres. We put the chemical that we need in the right order per the recommendation through the induction hopper. This comes down, put the chemical in, and it's sucked into the tank and mixed. And then we're all ready to spray, and then we just go out spraying as long as the wind's right, which is not today. So I managed to get a little bit of footage of this in action yesterday. I didn't quite get the lot. I was spraying fungicides on barley. Fungicides are basically like a shot, like a vaccine, if you like, for crops. So to stop disease getting within the crop. So that's what I was doing yesterday. I'm waiting on the wind to drop because I don't want it blowing everywhere and going back on like my neighbour's crops and stuff. So that is what I'm using. So fungicides today, and a little bit of weed killer as well, because there's some thistles coming in some of my fields, and I don't want them to grow anymore. So that's why I'm waiting for the wind to drop, to make sure that I can get them on properly, instead of just spraying it just disappears everywhere. So let's have a look at some stuff I done yesterday. So what am I doing instead? Well, I'm going to use the tractor and the power harrow and go and power harrow down some potato headlands. So we're ready to go through with, I've got to put a little bit more fertiliser on them because I didn't quite get a right dose when I planted them, and then we can go through with the lister, but I'll explain that later on when we're using it. So yeah, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go put this on, and we're going to go and do a bit of power harrow. So that's one headland done. I've done this before in another video, but just to recap, it's the gap between the headland, which is going that way, and the main field, which is going the other way. This is the gap in the middle where the sprayer that we just seen a second ago runs. So when I turn out, it's level, and it's not going to, the booms aren't going to bounce when they're folding out. Also as well, when I go through with a Linktr, which is to like mould the potatoes up, if you like, there's room for me to turn and go back in again instead of bumping over these rows here. I think you damage more potatoes when you bump over the rows and bridge them up again what you would the ½ metre I just took out of the field. So yeah, one done, let's go and do the other ones. That's it, headland done. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to go spraying or not tonight. The wind, as you can see in the background there, you can just see down there how much that's floating about. It still looks a bit too windy, so hopefully the wind will drop so I can get going, but it's looking less likely until tonight. So we'll have to wait and see. So I'm going to edge my bets here and put this as a finishing scene. So if you did like this, please like, subscribe and tell your friends and family. If you didn't, don't worry about it, ignore that. But if you can, that'd be brilliant. Also, as well, if the next scene is me spraying, then I did get going. And then we'll continue. But if not, I'll see you again later.